19th of June 1913 Herzog Bill Land Act. Now, so there is no politicking in South Africa that we are doing that will reverse these things. I'm saying it with comfort. It's been 28 years. The matter was judged in 2011. No media is capturing that even now, even if I'm sitting with evidence. And I'm puzzled as a law student. Where are we at? Don't tell me about CODESA talks. Let me unpack CODESA. Yes, I was young, but I know what happened there. Go and ask them, where is the declaration of our independence after the CODESA talk? Where are the minutes of those talks? Who presided in the CODESA talk? Because the landlord is here. His Majesty of the Abatembu, he was not part of the discussion. In fact, all kings in South Africa were not invited in CODESA. I'm saying about Mandela, the one we elevate so much. Him coming from their tribe, didn't invite them, acted as if he does not remember that they were kings here. And then you see now, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't invite them. But guess what? When he left office after 99, handing over to Ubaba Thabo Mbeki, he went and reclaimed back Imvezo, his land. He did that when he was even out of office. And he instructed Mandla Mandela to say, go and reclaim our land after 87 years since they left Imvezo. He managed to do that for his own. He couldn't do that with all political powers he had for all of us. Now, so we can reverse the CODESA talk and say they were null and void. Why? The landlords were not present. So it was guys who combined themselves and they talk about the Congress of a Democratic South Africa. So we are yet going to have a CODESA. But leave that because they are politicizing that. Come here. I want all the lawyers. I want the Chief Justice of this country. He's saying is applying the Constitution. Is it constitutional to have a matter having served all courts and not being proclaimed? Even if it is gazetted. By the way, government gazette means it's a publication of government decision. So a decision was made, but it was suspended for strategic reasons. Do you know that judgment, it even spells out that the money that was accumulated from 1913 up to date must be recounted, returned back to Amakos. Then everyone who claims to have a title deed, go and renew your title deed to the landlord based on the outcomes of that government gazette. Now, if you guys here agree with my madness behind my method, then I endorse this thing you are talking here. And I'm ready to say that we will start implementing KwaZulu and Nasa Eastern Aid. Wherein myself, I will be leading from the front in the implementation of every detail, because we'll cross all the T's and tick all the boxes to ensure that justice is done. So you can't hoodwink me out of what I'm saying and say anything better. If you don't like the outcomes of the judgment, which is a judicial system of this country, let's agree to disagree then. To say an unjust law is no law at all, because it is only good when it serves the colonial master. When it is now favoring the slave, we must then reset everything or undo everything. Unfortunately, when you undo, it means you return back everything from where it was. And unfortunately, before 1913, things were with the kings. Let's return that. If you say no, it's illegal, I have just presented you a legal case to that. Now, I'm waiting to see Who else has a dissenting voice to what I'm saying? But watch out, if you have resistance to that, you are just telling us this judicial system must be undone and removed and do what we call restorative justice. And what is restorative justice? It is where you return the legal instrument of old, of the natives of the land. May I unpack a little bit of that? The law that must rule in South Africa, it is the native land's rule, not by virtue of it saying Roman, Dutch, British. No. In law, we have what we call a law of jurisdiction. Now, what jurisdiction are we on? That is South Africa. Now, what law are you applying? Foreign law in a foreign land that is null and void, according to law. So it's not applicable what we're doing. It's wrong, if I can put it blunt. But because we think we don't understand the law, then we will accept everything. So which means, let's settle the matter that the law we are using, yes, it is right in Rome. In Britain, yes, it is right. Yes, in Dutch, it is right. But it has just been wrong here. Why? Here is the landlord. Where is his law that he was using? Surely it is not this one. Why are you hiding it? If you say you don't know which law we were using, let's remind you, my predecessor, King Tingswayo, untutored, he never traveled. He ruled KwaZulu-Natal. And he's the one who groomed King Shaka. He's the one who installed him in 1816. And in 1824, Sir Henry Finn and Farewell came to King Shaka's palace for the first time, asking for shelter and to submit under King Shaka's rule. You know why they did that? Go read a book called The Olden Times in Zululand and Natal by A.T. Bryan, published in 1929. It says, upon realizing the British that we cannot build a British port in the Durban port of KwaZulu-Natal because there is a strong kingdom in the interior, let's rather go and implode them from within. Meaning, under pretense, go and submit under King Shaka. They went. They stayed since 1824 until 1828. You remember what happened in 1828? That was the death of King Shaka. How did he die? In English terms, we call it the co-conspirators who killed King Shaka. We say Mkabai, Nkangan, Dingan, and Mbopakastai. How was that plan executed? He was told not to go into war when the regiment went into war. He must remain. Whilst he remained, the co-conspirators also remained, didn't go with the regiment. And what happened thereafter? They found him sitting on his chair, waiting for the outcomes of the war. Unfortunately, they came with the spears and killed him. But check what happened after his death. It was the invasion of the white settler who colluded after their departure from the Cape region. The British, the African and the Voortrekkers, they left the Cape in 1820 using the Garden route, which is the route we are on, and the interior of the Free State route, going into the interior until they arrive in KwaZulu. In KwaZulu, they then realized it's a contested terrain, and some of them, they went even further up into what we call Transvaal at that time. Transvaal means across Vaal River, by the way. Now, those are the dynamics of what happened. From 1828, Shaka dies. 1830, King Dingaan takes over. 1840, King Dingaan dies. And then Mbo Mpande takes over 1840 up until 1867. And then Cetshwayo comes in. By the way, Mpande was assisted by the Afrikaners to defeat Dingaan. And Dingaan is the only Zulu king who is not laid into the king's grave side. He is actually in Ngwavuma area, Yojozini Dam area.